What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Rushiru coming at you live from ETG headquarters in my basement. Just wanted to make a couple of announcements that we're really excited to share with you all. Number one, real quick, just to get this out of the way, we're going to be releasing a brand new ETG website very soon. And that is going to complement my next announcement very much because it's going to tie right in. And my next announcement is definitely what you guys all came here to see or hear, and that is that Elite Tournament Gaming will be officially implementing a ranking system into our LAN events from here on out. And we're going to divide this ranking system into seasons, and we're going to call it East Coast Elite. So ETGX is going to be the first event that we're going to implement this ranking system. I'm going to explain how it works and exactly what we're doing. But basically, we're always looking for new and exciting ways for our players to gain exposure from sponsors or professional teams who are looking for an up-and-coming talent to join their squad. And we really feel like for these local players who have a hard time kind of getting their name out there, maybe don't have that many Twitter followers, maybe don't have that many connections, this right here is the way for you guys to really make a name for yourself. So this is how it works. Season 1 of ECE has begun. See how you stack up against local competition and fight your way to the top for your spot in the ECE Championship, which will be held at the end of Season 1. At the end of each season, the top 32 players will be invited to form teams consisting of other top-ranking players to compete in an 8-team double elimination event to see who truly is the East Coast Elite. The winning team will officially be crowned the best in the East Coast. Like I said, the exposure doesn't get better than that for local players. I mean, you're literally going to be crowned the best 4 players in the East Coast. You're going to be on our website. You're going to be all over our Twitter. It's just going to be, there's going to be a page on our website literally dedicated to the ECE champions from every season. It's going to be great. We're going to kick off Season 1 of ECE with ETGX, and each individual player from the top 8 teams at ETGX will receive points for their performance based on what they place at the event. They will then be ranked and listed on the ECE page on our new website from most points earned to least points earned. So if you get first place, you're obviously going to be at the top of the leaderboard. If you get 8th place, you'll be at the bottom. And as the events roll in, more and more competitors are going to gain points. And in order to keep your spot, you're going to need to keep competing at ETG events and placing at least top 8. If you place first for one event, but then you don't return for several after, your rank is going to drop due to inactivity and other players gaining more points. Once the season comes to a close, all players in the top 32, and note there will be more than 32 players because there are going to be those who have tied in rank. There's going to be those who are going to have the same amount of points. Those players are going to form teams, which they will be locked into from there on out. Those are going to be your teams for the remainder of the season. Those teams are going to compete in an online tournament, an online qualifier, where the top 8 teams out of that online qualifier will be seeded by placings and granted a spot in the ECE Championship event. Now, this is the Big Daddy event. This is what you guys have been working towards all season. This is where you want to make it. So, at the end of the season, all the players that are tied for top 32 are going to play in this online qualifier, and only the top 8 teams out of those top 32 players are going to make it to the ECE Championship event. And like I said, there's going to be players tied in top 32. That's why there's going to be more than 8 teams. That's why the online qualifier is there to kind of, filter out so that there's only 8 teams left. The actual championship event is going to take place at World Gamer Nation in Long Island, New York. The prize pool for the event is going to go to first and second placing teams, and the event's going to be live streamed for the entire COD community to see. And it's going to be great. Once a champion is crowned, we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna have a page on the website dedicated to those top 4 players. All their info, their bio. Just a whole lot of stats and information about those players to give them the exposure that they deserve for being the best players in the East Coast. And then a new season's going to begin, and a whole nother crew of players are going to be hunting for that crown next season. You know what I'm saying? So it's just going to be cool. It's going to give you guys more incentive to come to the events. It's going to be, bragging rights. It's more than just winning money at the events. You're playing for something else. which we think is a little bit more valuable than money. It's, you know, it's respect and exposure. You know, like I said, we're always looking for new and exciting ways to have our players gain exposure from sponsors or professional teams looking for an up-and-coming talent to join their squad. And this is it. I mean, what better bragging rights and notoriety does a local East Coast player need than to say that he is ranked the best player in the East Coast? I mean, it doesn't get better than that. And we're excited to launch ECE and take the local LAN scene to a new competitive level it's never reached before. So ETGX is going to be the first event that's going to be implementing this ranking system. It's gonna kick off this, season 1, and after ETGX, once we launch our brand new website, all the player ranks are going to be on the ECE page. It's going to have a link to each individual player's Twitter, so that, you know, you get even more exposure. Like, oh, this kid's one of the best in the East Coast, I want to follow his Twitter. And literally, you just click on the name, and it's literally going to take you right to this player's Twitter, so people can follow you. It's just we're really trying to make this just a really cool thing. And we also want kids to implement this ranking system to help them find teammates for future ETG events. You know, kids are always saying, oh, I can't find teammates, or I don't know who's good and who's not. Well, all you gotta do is look at the lists and see who the top 32 players are. So definitely make sure you guys show up to ETGX. It's gonna be the biggest local LAN event of the year, hands down. There's just so much hype for this event, it's ridiculous. We're gonna pack out. We're gonna have 32 teams. We have the gaming center right across. We're literally renting out 2 separate venues, if you guys don't know. We're renting out one giant venue for the actual event for Call of Duty, and we're also renting out the venue literally right across the hall, like 10 feet away, for the gaming center, which is gonna have, Super Smash Bros, Madden, FIFA, Black Ops 2, Mario Kart, Minecraft, just so many games, Xbox One, Xbox 360, Wii U, PS4, PS3, projectors on the wall. We're going to have Gran Turismo racing simulators. This is going to be the event to be at in May. It's going to be huge. And with the kickoff of ECE, it's giving you guys more incentive to show up. And we're really excited. We hope that, you know, you guys respond to this and take advantage of this exposure that we're trying to give you local players, because this is going to be huge. It's going to take ETG to a new level. It's going to take your guys' personal careers to a new level with this ranking system. But thank you guys all for listening. I'm excited to see all you guys at ETGX, and for all those Gears 3 and Halo MCC players, don't forget we got a LAN April 25th at World Gamer Nation in Greenlaw, New York, Long Island. It's going to be April 25th. Like I said, it's Gears 3 throwback and Halo MCC, so definitely come out for that if you guys are interested. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're really excited. ETGX, like I said, is going to be huge. If you want to purchase a team pass for ETGX, all you got to do is go on our website, elitetournamentgaming.com, and you can either select a full team pass or an individual player pass. And the individual player pass literally just reserves your individual spot, guarantees your individual spot for the event. So you can do that, or you can just show up at the door and buy your pass at the door. You don't have to buy it online, it's not mandatory, but we just offer online passes for players that are traveling far, that want to guarantee their spot 100%. You know what I'm saying? We don't want you guys to show up at the door and be like, oh, well, you know, we're capped. If you're traveling a far distance, buy a pass online. There's no reason not to. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna pay the money at the door anyway. Just buy it online. But yeah, that's it, man. We're really excited about this. Follow us on Twitter if you haven't already, at EliteTGaming. And make sure you get up off the couch and head to ETGX on May 30th. It's gonna be like nothing y'all never seen, ever seen. This is Rushi Roo from the ETG headquarters in my basement in Hackensack. Peace out. Love you. And NG display your band tomorrow.